Let's try and sort that out. No, not letting me change anything. Settings. Oh, okay. Not quite sure what that is. My goodness, so much has changed. I don't need a green screen. No, I don't need a green screen. That's not what I want. How do I get rid of the green screen? I don't want... There we go. I don't want a green screen. I feel like I'm being blinded by my own lights. Who have we got in the room? Right, okay, let's get rid of the green screen. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Oh, Donnie's here as well. Hi, Donnie. I've just done a TikTok live making pancakes. And... Oh, the dog's eating me. Yeah, I was just making pancakes over on TikTok, and now I've forgotten how to use the live over on YouTube. So I'm just trying to get to grips with the whole TikTok thing. Yes, I'm good. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, God. I don't need to tell you lot to subscribe, do I? Because you already have. The weird thing is when I'm on TikTok, it's a load of people I don't know. But when I come on here, I'm chatting to friends because you lot know me. You watch my videos and I know who you are and met some of you, obviously. So, yeah. It's a bit weird coming from TikTok to YouTube. What is everyone up to? I've just stuffed myself stupid full of pancakes. I've eaten about 5 pancakes. That's what I did my live stream on. Cooking pancakes. Kenzie made the batter and I cooked them. And we both ate them. And I feel a bit sick. Timmy, coming up. Lay down. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Spog is going out on an adventure on Friday. Well, not a huge adventure. We're just going to Damon's Field, but still going out. Going out for a few days. All right, David. You're busy working. Taking a sneaky YouTube break. Just saying, I've been over on TikTok doing a live stream of making pancakes and eating pancakes. And it's really weird because you just talk to the camera and there's barely any interaction. And you have no idea who anybody is because they're not people that watch your videos and interact with you, because I've not been on there very long and it's just like random people come in and it feels weird. Peekaboo, the innocent one, has appeared. I'm totally innocent. What have I done this time? My insurance is due. Oh, is it really bad? Who are you insured with on your van? Yeah, it's been a bit of a baptism of fire trying to try out this TikTok malarkey. Thing is, now I've come on here and I can't remember how to use the YouTube live. Don't like change. And actually it has changed as well. It's different. I need to do more lives. Sorry, look at the dog. Oh, I'm so tired, Timmy. So hard being a dog. Oh, now I can't get my... There we are. Sorry, it's very wobbly. I want to apologise now. I'm probably making you all sick. 3 to 600. Wow. And you haven't had an accident. That's quite intense. My insurance is due in August, to be renew in August. So I am with the one everyone, who is it? Adrian Flux, the one that everybody with a camper van seems to do, because I tried all the others, and because there were so many modifications to the van, they were like quoting me thousands and thousands of pounds. So, oh my God, just look at this dog. Timmy. Just being a soppy thing. Sorry, I'm scraping. I've got you on a tripod. And the feet are now scraping against everything as I tried to show you the dog. Okay. Am I making you all seasick yet? Let's turn it around a bit like that so you can see my please subscribe. Although you lot are subscribed, aren't you? My subscribers are going up slowly, which is very nice. Don't break foot and ankle at the same time. Oh dear, what did you do? Yep, that's never advised to break either of those things. Although I imagine it's more common than you think to break both at the same time. Because they're roughly the same place, aren't they? So normally I'd be going off to do a school run at 3, but Ozzy's got football. So I've got a little bit longer, which is nice. I don't need to go until about 10 to 4, and then I need to go and pick up the truck and go and get the others from school. Oh, excuse me. I could have a little nap though. I've been sleeping so badly. Just, well, it's pain, mainly pain is what is causing it. Rushing for a bus, went over a railing. Ooh, bet you missed the bus as well, didn't you? Shattered everything. So have you had like pins and stuff put in? I assume you had to have an operation. That sounds very uncomfortable. I'm sorry you're hurting. No accident, 5 years with them. Yeah, I mean, I've had people say, oh, you want to watch out with Adrian Flux because you never know actually what's insured and what's not insured. But the way I see it is they insure you against everything else. Like you're insured against accidents to other people. And then, all right, David, I'll speak to you later. So you're insured against hitting other cars. And then whatever happens to your van is, you know, it's a bit like being third party, isn't it? But I would rather that than be paying thousands and thousands of pounds out every month, not every month, but every year to have it insured with somebody else. Shattered everything so badly, the local hospital can't fix it. Said it's that it's not repairable. Okay, so what are they doing then? So Lee's mum before Christmas tripped over her dog and shattered her shoulder, and they tried to see if it would sort itself out, and after 3 weeks it wasn't. So they've had to pin it all and do all metal work and what have you in her shoulder. So I'm suspecting then that they will be telling you you've got to have like bionic bits put in. Is that right? Or are they saying you're going to have to go to a different specialist hospital to get it fixed? I don't know. Nothing they can do. So I'm walking around a broken ankle and broken foot. That seems, I would go to a different hospital, because that is not, yeah. Because the problem with things like broken ankles is if they don't fix it, then you could, it's the one place where quite often if you have a broken ankle, they'll call in the air ambulance because you can get blood, it can pinch. No, Spog has no storage fees. No, that is one thing. Whether or not I can get a parking space is another thing, but he's currently parked under the trees across the road. He does need to go and have a wash. And I don't know if I'll maybe go and take him up to the jet wash, because I like him to be clean when I take him away. Part of me was thinking leave it till Friday. I don't know. Could go and get him. It's a nice day today. I could go and get him washed today. I don't know. See how I feel. See how long I stay on live, maybe. That'll determine as to whether or not I go and wash him today or not. Done x-rays, MRI, and they've said my bones are shattered into thousands of little pieces. Yeah, but they can still put metalwork in. It doesn't seem like an option to leave you walking around on a broken foot. That just... seems a bit... because obviously there's nothing holding you up, is there? If it's in tiny pieces and thousands of tiny little pieces. then you're not going to be able to wait there, are you? Because there's going to be nothing holding you up, because your bones are the stability. How very random. So you in like a boot or something? That's what they did to Lee when he broke his ankle. They put him in a boot. He should have been in a cast, but they ended up putting him in a boot, which he could take off at bedtime, which was nice. And he could wash and then put the boot back on again. No boot, no cast, no nothing. I would be very tempted to go to a different hospital and get another opinion. That does seem like madness. Hello, Moncini. How are you? Sorry, Monchichi, not Moncini. Chocolate lava cake. You didn't see the pancakes that I was cooking a little while ago over on TikTok. I filmed the pancake cooking. Kenzie and I have just wolfed down loads of pancakes. Feel a bit sick. How are you, Moncini? Monchichi. Moncini. Why am I saying Moncini? That's ridiculous. Monchichi. I must be backwards because I broke it at the start of last year and I've had no pain relief since I broke them. Well, I mean, I broke my arm, my shoulder collarbone, and I didn't have pain. I remember being a bit shocked by it, and one of them I remember having pain, but I broke it twice, and I don't remember pain the second time. Old and tired, yeah, aren't we all? Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit like that these days. The years are just whizzing by, aren't they? Well, yes, I imagine that is the case. Lee does tend to get a bit in his ankle. When the weather's bad, his foot tells him when the weather's turning bad and too cold and too damp. It's like a barometer. I sometimes get it in my neck. I broke a vertebrae in a car accident when I was about 19, 20. That wasn't fun. So is anyone cooking pancakes today? For Shrove Tuesday? Pancake day. Absolutely stuffed. I feel a little bit sick. Excuse me. Vertebrae. Yeah, it was up here. One of the top ones up here. And every now and then, especially if I'm at a desk using a computer or something, it feels like it's sticking through my skin. So then when I had the laptop and we stopped having like a desktop computer, it was a lot easier to use because I could kind of sit back and use it, and that had caused less pain. No, not advisable. It's really not advisable. I hit a tree after having a brand new engine in my car for 2 weeks. Came off the road, hit the tree, dropped down because it was in a ditch, and I hit it part way up. Put a huge V in my car, brand new engine. Dashboard went into my kneecap, and yeah, broke a vertebrae. Grazed my forehead somehow. Don't know how I did that. Then had to climb out of my car, and the ambulance people, when they arrived, were thinking I was still down in the ditch, but I'd gone onto the back seat. I climbed out and got onto the back seat, and they were saying, you mustn't move her, you mustn't move her. And I was on the back seat of this woman's car, and they were going, well, she climbed out. She had me strapped to this board, and I was like, I don't want to be strapped to the board. They put the strap across the cut on my forehead as well. Just coming on to say hi quick. Got to make supper. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's 5 o'clock in South Africa already. Goodness. It is 3 o'clock. No, 2:45, 20 to 3. Something like that. Missed a lot of my vlogs. Watching some now with the boys you look after. Oh, don't worry about it. I know life just... gets busy, doesn't it? I struggle to watch a lot of people's videos these days. It's all a bit much. I don't have a lot of time. I do watch videos, but what I tend to do is have them on. They have to be things that I can listen to rather than watch. They can't be visual. So it tends to be, excuse me, should have sat down. Should not have sat down. It tends to be like true crime or you know, things that I just need to listen to, that I get to put on rather than people's vlogs as such, unless the vlog is quite short, just because I just don't have the time. Just turned 60, oh my word, and people tell me I look 50. Well, that's really good. That's really good. That's not advice. No, don't advise hitting trees and breaking bones. When I broke, these shopping centre management called an ambulance 4 times. They showed up, expected me to be on the ground. I was up walking around after I'd literally just broken them. Yeah, probably wasn't a good idea to walk on them. Huh? Yeah, okay, ease up. Yeah, it can take quite a long time as well for the ambulances to come. What books am I reading now? I can show you exactly what books I'm reading now. Currently reading, I'm reading many books, all of them factual. Hold on, sorry Tim, you're gonna have to move, buddy. Sorry. Oh my god. Right, okay, these are all factual books at the moment. I'm sorry, you can't lay back down again? Lay down. I disturbed the door. Oh, sorry, you want your spot. Right, hold on. There you go, Timmy. So, just started this one, which is very interesting. And I am halfway through this one, which is very interesting. It's all the science behind all the energy healing and everything that I'm doing, as well as other things like, let me read you the blurb. Sorry, I'm a book nerd, poor Timmy. So this is the chief scientist at the Institute of Noetic Sciences. I don't actually know what noetic means. Turning a critical eye towards such practices as telepathy, clairvoyance, precognition, psychokinesis. Are these powers really possible? And the science says yes. And it's this scientist guy here, that guy there, Dean Radin, PhD. And he basically goes through the experiments that have been done, how governments have used certain things that people would class as being a bit woo-woo and magic, but they actually have used it for defense, like automatic writing, automatic drawing, that kind of stuff. So saying things like here, he worked on Stargate, not the TV show, the US government's top secret psychic espionage program, and spent 40 years conducting controlled experiments that demonstrate thoughts are things, that we can sense others' emotions, intentions from distances. Intuition is more powerful than we thought, and we can tap into the power of intention. Dormant powers can help us lead more interesting and fulfilling lives. So that's that one. And then this one is also very much on the same topic, but it's like an A-level textbook. So it's all about energy healing and healing through the human energy field. What is the human energy field, and the science behind that? It's written by a physicist. Talks about auras and how energy healing works, cosmic planes, and then yeah, all sorts of things. I am not hugely through it at the moment, and it's going to be one of these books I'm going to have to read over and over again, and I'll probably have to go through some highlighting as well, I think. It's like, you know, like it's like a proper got like an anatomy thing going on, you know, and diagrams, parts of the body, and yes, my mind is being boggled, but it's all really interesting. Where are we? Sorry, Timmy's settled down again now. Pain relief, I said, why? I'm up and walking about. Why do I need pain relief? No, Lee didn't really need the pain relief when he broke his until they tried to realign his thing, and then they had to give him the morphine while they back into place. He still felt it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the science books because I like the science behind things. Like the other one I've got is the science behind woo woo. Is it the science? But I can't even see it. It might be downstairs. The science behind woo woo, which is Dr. Richard something or other. Dr. Richard something or other. Can't remember his name, but that's very good. And I've got 2 other books that I bought the other day, which I haven't started reading yet, but they're along a similar. One of them is about have we set our challenges, our personal challenges before we were born, and a lot of stuff about consciousness. I'm very into that at the moment. I had no pain relief for the trip to hospital, although I wouldn't exactly say it was pain relief. When I got to hospital, they whacked me on something. I was a walking zombie. Yeah, that's the problem with some of these medications. They do completely space you out. How's the pain? I said, never mind that. About the purple flying elephants. Yeah, exactly. Trying to do meditation now for my anxiety and my migraines. So I'm finding out what I can do. Okay, so yeah, meditation is not easy. Everyone makes out like it's easy because you just blank your mind, and that's not actually the case. I find the best way for me to meditate is to put on some sort of meditation music, because it does give you something to focus on, and it's not about emptying your mind, it's about focusing your mind. So instead of trying to think of nothing and then going, oh my god, I'm thinking about what I'm cooking for dinner tonight, or I'm thinking about the fact that I'm thinking, what you need to do is have something to focus on. So like a candle flame, or close your eyes and listen to music. And a lot of meditation, one of the things, so you know, you have like the Om sound, so the sign, what is it, the sign of the universal sound, so that's that Om. And if you can do that in your head, you don't have to do it out loud, but have that, they use it as a distraction basically, so that your mind's not thinking about anything else. And it depends what you want to do. If you just want to completely relax, ease your mind and meditate, that's a good. If you want to journey or do anything more, then it's a bit more in depth. I'm very good at journeying out. I'm not very good at coming back, because I always try to do it at night time when I'm sleepy, which means I tether myself and then off I go for my little jaunt, and then I've fallen asleep. And whether or not I remember anything, I don't know. Captain Jack Scrapper. There's some lovely names that I haven't seen for ages because I haven't been live for ages. Catch me on a live. Do you know what? I haven't been live for ages. I'm trying to get the hang of TikTok. Don't know why, but I just feel like that's where everyone goes, so I should probably try and get a grip on it. And I was thought, do you know what? I'll just come on live in here and see who pops on. Music on, or seal birds, yeah, or some shamanic drumming, or just drumming's quite good actually if you get some shamanic drumming. Told to try Better Health, but that is pricey. It needs a therapist for that. Yeah, it is a problem, isn't it? If you want to do something and then you end up having to pay for it, and then it's the cost of everything. Thanks very much. Want to lose your mind? Watch me live. Maybe I should do a meditation live sometime. Maybe I could do something like that. I don't know. Your phone rang. Did you hear what I was saying about I mean, so journeying is quite nice if you would like to try anything like that, and that is going into your Zen zone, but you want to do like a whole grounding thing first. Yeah, maybe I should do something like that, and then set a live. Maybe I'll make a note of that in my book. I need a pen. Oops, dropped that, didn't I? Okay. I'll tell you where you can go, actually save me doing it. Shift your butt, Timothy. Oh, don't grumble. Oh, stop it. Go to Honest Guys. The Honest Guys on YouTube. My mate Rick does a lot of the voiceovers for their meditations, and they have a whole catalogue on YouTube for free of journeying meditations, all guided meditations, all sorts of things on any topic. They will do a guided meditation on a Tolkien based story, or like anything, and they've got some really good stuff. So it's called the Honest Guys website, Honest Guys YouTube channel, and go to them. But they are really good, and I do find Rick's voice very soothing. But it's really hard sometimes to take it seriously because I know him outside of what he does. And I just want to tell him to talk properly. But he's got this really good voiceover voice. When he goes into his voiceover, sometimes he does it when we're on camp. He does his voiceover voice. Oh, shut up, Frank. Actually, I'm seeing him this weekend. But yeah, they've got loads. You've just added them. Brilliant. See how you get on with them. But yeah, they do some amazing stuff. I just picked up these other 2 books that I got from the charity shop, which is not a video that's gone up yet. It's edited, it's scheduled, but it's not gone live, I don't think. So this was Soul Psychology, and this is the one that I was, yeah. Was this? No. Okay. So Soul Psychology is basically very similar to some of the other stuff. So it goes on about the chakras, but this talks about the 22 chakras rather than the 7 chakras. Clearing negative psychic energies and that might inhibit soul growth. Got loads and loads of different things to read. I've got a little chart to log. I just saw it and thought, I've got books that cover a lot of these areas, but sometimes I find it's useful to read it from different angles, because if you read the same subject matter from different angles, I think you have a much wider concept. Does that make sense? Much wider concept of it, and you're not just getting your information from one place. I think it's really easy to go down a path of going, oh, I'm only going to read the stuff that backs up what I'm thinking. So I think if you get lots of different books, then you have a much better chance of reading all opinions. And this one was called The Soul's Plan, and this one was about discovering the real meaning of the life you planned before you were born. So it's saying about when bad things, I always believe that when bad things happen, they happen for a reason, but we don't always know what the reason is. And sometimes it can take many years before you realise that the reason that happened was because, and you see the good that came from the really bad thing. And you think, actually, if that hadn't happened, this would not have led to this, would not have led to this, and I wouldn't be here now. So I do believe that pretty much everything happens for a reason, even though we might not see it at the time. And if you are pushing really hard, you're pushing yourself down a path really hard, that becomes harder and harder, like you're walking through treacle. Everything you're trying to do, there's obstacles in your way. I believe you're probably persevering down a path that isn't meant to be. And I'm not saying that that is because we should just give up when things get tricky. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when things become unbelievably tricky and you keep getting hurdles put in front of you, maybe you need to step back, look at what the universe is trying to tell you and go, am I kind of flogging a dead horse here? And then look at other avenues to take and then try one of those paths. Because I do think what's meant to be will be easier. You will have less obstacles put in your way. Oh, one of my lights has died, which means that one's probably going to die. So hold on, let me plug that back in because my phone should be fine. Oh, am I making you all wobbly? Sorry. Oh, God. It's a bit intense. You've got a friend who's got one leg shorter than the other. So when he walks, his head bobs side to side. So started calling him Sniper's Nightmare. I have one leg shorter than the other. It was 1/2 inch in my teens. And basically they told me by the time I hit puberty, whatever difference it was when I hit puberty would be how it stayed. And thankfully it went down to 1/4 inch. So I've got curvature of the spine and I've got one leg 1/4 inch shorter than the other, which is why another reason I have a lot of pain. Joshua Stone, which one are we looking at here? Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm too busy nattering, aren't I? Is what by Joshua Stone? Yes, this one, Joshua Stone. Yes, that one is by Joshua Stone. Do you recommend that one? That's the one you have. Right. Yeah, I've not read this one yet. I literally just got it from the charity shop last week. And yeah, this one, this Soul's Plan, is all about basically saying before we are born, there's a thought process that you choose your challenges before you come onto this physical plane. And we can choose our relationships, and the challenges we give ourselves are there for a reason. It's to teach us something, or for an experience. And I don't know why yet because I haven't read it, but I was intrigued by it. And I thought that's a different way to look at life and a different way to look at the human being. So I got it. It was £1. Thanks for the help. I do appreciate it. No, you're very welcome. Nice to hear others' points of view when I go prep supper. Enjoy your evening. Yeah, I will try and do some. I will try and film some meditations and put those up. I should do that. That's what I got my book for, wasn't it? Make a note, Pip. Film some meditations. You know, they could just go up at any point, couldn't they? Right, YouTube. Oh, my pen's not. The pen doesn't work. Wow, that's not helpful. My pen's not working. Come on, pen. Just thinking about it. Excuse me. No, let me get another pen. Does he walk in circles? If you're flogging a dead horse, I have to start questioning your sanity. Yeah, I know, right? Tends to go around in circles when I nail his foot to the floor. Why do I own a dead horse? I don't. I flogged it. Pen. Right, let's try that pen. See, this live stream is so much. Sorry, Timmy, I'm sat on your feet again. Oh, stop it! I know. Oh, there we go. What was I meant to be writing? YouTube meditations. YouTube film meditations. Meditations. Okay. Tend to trip blind guys by sliding my foot in quickly between the cane and the foot. You evil thing. That's wicked. Wicked. While I've got my pen and paper, anybody got any ideas for YouTube videos? Or you're happy with what you get? Or do you just not watch me anymore and only come on for the live? I am getting regular subs now and I'm not quite sure what's changed, really. I couldn't tell you what the difference is. I don't think I'm doing anything particularly different. Or I might be, just subconsciously not aware of it. But I'm always looking for ideas. Have I put film medications? Meditate. Yeah. As I spelt it weirdly, it looks like it was film medications. So who have we got in the room? We've got 7 people. Who's lurking? I lost my job at the bank. I had a person with one leg come in and asked me to help them check their balance. I pushed them over. Love it. Love it. I've got a grumpy dog next to me. Using him as an armrest. Do you want to hear about my purchase versus purge? Has anyone been following that? This is all the stuff I have purged. It's all the stuff I've purchased. And the lists are looking quite the same. But in the purge section, it does say 1 van full of rubbish to the tip. So that's quite a lot gone. Hello, hello. How are you? Nice to see you pop in. What time is it for you over there? I'm going to go with about 8 hours. 8 hours difference, maybe? I think Kenzie's making me a cup of tea. Bless him. Oh my God, it's 03:03. This morning, okay, I need to make a note of that. This morning, I looked at my watch and it said 03:03. 03:03. Why is that significant? These things happen for a reason, you know. It's usually 11s. I get 11s. I'm just going to put 03:03 twice in 24 hours. Times 2. 24 hours. You see, you've got to make notes of these things because it'll mean something. It won't be apparent to me until later on in my life. In a week's time, I might go, that'll be why. Patterns. Does anyone else see patterns in numbers? Did you hear about the guy who had an accident playing peekaboo? He ended up in the ICU. Oh, you're full of them today. You have 13:03 here. Oh, but you see, I'm not on 24-hour clock. Mine actually says 03:03. I've just got it on a 12-hour cycle. But yeah, I woke up this morning, one of my many wake-ups, but I always check the time because I find that I wake up at the same time pretty much every night, roughly the same time every night within a few minutes. So it must be a cycle I'm going through, or something happens in the house at that time and I don't know what it is. But this morning I looked at it, and because I'm into number patterns, it was like 03:03. I was like, ooh. And now I've just looked at it again, it says 03:03. So when I see a number pattern that happens more than once.
Bonnie, move.
Thank you, lovely. Well done. Thank you. Mind your coffee. There you go. Thank you, lovely. I don't think I've got my number book there. No, I think it's downstairs.
Like a bit of milk to me.
I think it's downstairs. 747. Like the Boeing. Yeah, I just find patterns, and sometimes when the clock says like 1, 2, so 12, and then it says 3, so I go 1 plus 2 is 3, and then the 3 and the 3, and it says 6, so it was like 12:36. To me, in my head, that's a number pattern. I don't know why. I've always done it. I've always found patterns in numbers. But I'm rubbish at maths. You'd think it'd make me good at maths, wouldn't you? To see the patterns in things. But I don't. It just stands out to me. There was once when I was on a walk and I kept seeing, and 11s is the big number. And that does have significant meaning if you're into that kind of thing. But I went for a walk and I was only noticing the 11s and the 1s of the houses. So I was like, I'd suddenly look up and notice a number. And it was never a 4 or a 7 or a 28 or something like that. It was only ever like 1 or 11. That was really weird. Came home, laid down at 5:30 and woke up at midnight. It's just after 1 now. Whereabouts are you? I can't remember. But it's just after midnight. Oh, it's just after 1 o'clock now. Trying to think where you are. Australia. And Captain Jack Scrapper, are you Australia as well? Mike, hello. How are you? How's the travels? Is everyone well? Oh, Jack's, in Michigan, really? I don't know why I had it in my head. He was in Australia. Why does he have 13:03 then as his time? Why? Because the time difference is going to be... You're not going to be at the same time as me, are you? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's really sad. Sudden as well, I suppose, wasn't it? That's a problem, isn't it, with strokes? It's usually out of the blue. That's really sad. Were you far away at the time? Hospital appointment, and there was a guy who lost both of those. Okay. Someone offered to buy his shoes. Someone offered to buy his shoes? But if he didn't have any legs, he wouldn't have had any shoes. Would he not? Are you having a moment, Timothy? You're such a soppy dog. Right there, Timmy? He's just having a moment. He wants to play, is what he wants to do. But Link's not in the mood. He's like, come and play with me. Come and play with me. Link's like, no, I don't think so. Oh, I know you're doing your thing, aren't you? Your bum in the air, your come play with me position. That is his come play with me position. His bum in the air and his head to one side. Jack was in Arizona. Where are you now, Jack? We're in Arizona, and he came out to visit us. Lisa had to fly back to Wisconsin with him. Damn Yankee in Arizona currently. My computer thinks I'm in California, and I add 6 to your time and came up with 13. Well, yeah, technically oh no, 13's 1. Do you know what? I always get 13 and 15 mixed up. No, because 13 is 1, isn't it? And it's not. We're at 3. Why do I always get 13 and 15 mixed up? That's so weird. He lost his leg. His good news is he'll have money when someone buys his shoes. Nicola, hello. Yeah, I don't know why I get 13 and 15 mixed up. I always do, though. It's really annoying. Well, I'm feeling slightly less sick from eating all those pancakes. Kenzie and I made a load of pancakes. He made the batter and I did the cooking. Military time equals 1,300 hours. Yes. I'd be rubbish in the military. I don't like being shouted at to start with. I probably would cry every 5 minutes and then there'd be... And I can't do press-ups. Got no upper body strength. So I'd be completely useless, wouldn't I? totally useless. Can't do 24-hour time. Can't do the maths. No, I'm much better on just 12-hour clock. 12-hour clocks work for me. I understand it if you're having to be very specific, but then I just say AM or PM. That works for me. What does AM and PM stand for? Actual morning and post morning? I don't know. It's probably Latin, isn't it? Like your jokes. Not really, girl. When I was in the Air Force, the girls only had to do half the physical fit. You're kidding. I bet that's not the case now. Equal rights and all that jazz. I've got a lot of energy, but I don't have a lot of strength. I'm a bit weak. Especially if I'm having a lot of pain. If I'm in a lot of pain, my upper body becomes jelly, and I literally tried to lift down the box of goose food on Monday and poured most of it over my head because my arms just collapsed on me. I had no strength to hold it. So yeah. Oh, it's still the same, is it? Did not know that. Blueberry muffin sounds about... I have no room for blueberry muffins. No, unfortunately not. Filled up the pancakes. I've eaten too much sweet pancakes. I have sugar and lemon on mine. I try other things, but nothing's quite as good as sugar and lemon on a pancake, unfortunately. So then it gets very sickly. And when you've made all that batter, you have to eat them all. So I think I had about 5 pancakes. Chocolate chip muffins, yeah. See, I do like blueberry muffins. I didn't like blueberry muffins for a long time. And then when I was pregnant with Brendan, I think it was. No, actually, it's a lie. After I had Brendan and he was in Skaboo and all my milk came in, I got very hungry because I was like a dairy cow. And the chocolate muffins and blueberry muffins that they had at the hospital, I was on one of those a day. Like, that was my thing. Didn't put any weight on. I was losing weight, but I was milking like a Jersey cow. Pancakes with butter and sugar. I don't do butter. Sugar and lemon. Sugar. Did I say butter and sugar? Did I say that? Lemon and sugar. I can't remember what I said now. I do 4 lives a week and have fans in 7 different zones, plus 2 states that do not follow data. Do you do lives? I am following you. Why have I not seen any lives come up? Why are you not? Can I... Is it not letting me go to your... No, it's not. Why do I never see your lives? I better make sure that you are still on my list because I've never seen any videos come up from you. That's weird. And what's wrong with pineapple on a pizza? Fans in 7 different time zones, plus 2 states that do not follow daylight saving time. Yeah, I bet that's really hard to... So do you have some states then that don't do the hour forwards, hour back? Your daughter made some lovely pancakes. Do you believe in angels? I'm reading a fab book by Kylie Gray. Don't know Kylie Gray. So, angels. I have a bit of a... I find it a bit of a... So people talk about your guardian angels. Maybe it's because, in my opinion, to believe in angels, you kind of have to believe in God. And I don't really believe in God. So to believe in angels, I kind of feel like they come as a package. So I find angels a bit tricky. And when people say about your guides are angels, I'm like, are they my angel? Are they angels? I think they're more spirits. I don't know. That's something I can't quite get my head around. Is it a good book? Jack does lots of lives. Right, well, for whatever reason, they are not coming up. I'm going to have to make sure that YouTube has not unsubscribed me so that I can actually come and see your live streams. I mean, obviously, I might be asleep in the middle of your live streams. That sounds really rude. I don't mean that you're boring and therefore I'm going to be asleep. I mean that I'm on a different time zone, so I might not catch your lives. Because that's why I'm never getting into Blind Views live streams these days. I'm just gets to about 11 o'clock and I'm knackered, which never used to be the case. I'd be like up till 1 o'clock, but come 11 o'clock I'm just exhausted and I go to sleep. But I have to be awake at midnight to do his Thursday live stream, and I don't make it that late most of the time now. It's almost 5 in the Philippines. Wonder if they have March 4th winning lottery numbers. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, if they could just share the lottery numbers for us. You can't stand pineapple on a pizza. Warm pineapple's really nice. Okay, Arizona time never changes. And neither does Hawaii. Okay. Barbecue meat lovers pizza on a thin and crispy base. Yeah, that's nice. Meat lovers. I would like... I just like a plain cheese and tomato one, to be fair. Quite happy with that. Oh, okay. So, Nicola, you don't believe in God, but you do believe in angels. It is about energy. Yeah, it is all about the energy. It is a good book. Okay. So, you're Catholic and you believe in angels. So, do Catholics not have angels? Is that how you're saying it? You're Catholic and you believe in angels, like Catholics don't believe in angels. Is that what you're saying? I'm an angel. Pip said I'm innocent. I never said you were innocent. Not once did that come out of my mouth. Oh, I would love to get into his... if I showed up this Thursday, I would love to get into his live streams, but they just start at midnight for me. And like I said, at the moment, I'm not making it to even midnight. And that is so unlike me. I'm just so exhausted. But if you get into his live stream, please tell him I was thinking of him and I was talking about him and I miss him very much. I never really get to chat to him anymore. Don't know if we do. Okay. I just thought that angels came with Christianity or Catholic, or, you know, I kind of assumed angels were part and parcel for that. Well, do you know what? Actually, Nicola, I do think that's part of it. I think it's menopause that's kicked in, and yeah, I think I've reached that point now where fatigue, because as much as I don't want to admit it, I am struggling more with my fibro, and I think it is related to the menopause more. I'm finding it harder to push through, and it frustrates me because I don't like saying it. Don't like admitting it, so I don't say it very often. But yeah, and then my sleep is so poor because of either the fibro or the menopause. Either one, both of them, either. You see, I didn't bother going and asking about HRT because I'm happy. I'm not psychotic, and I thought only psychotic people with HRT. Because, like, it's been a breeze in that I'm happy-go-lucky, chilled, but I drive everyone crazy because I forget everything. My memory's completely shot. But it's not written down, it's not happening. If it's written down and I don't see where I've written it, it's not happening. If we talked about it 2 minutes ago, don't expect me to remember it now. If I had a conversation with you and I agreed with you, remind me anyway, because I probably will have forgotten about it already. But I don't know if HRT would help with that, or if it's... I mean, it probably would, because the memory issue is down to the hormonal issue. And the weight as well. That is, I'm not finding it as easy to keep the weight off. So the weight has gone on and the puffiness has gone on. And I'm only half a stone heavier than I was previously, but my whole body shape has changed. Sucks being female. Did you know that? You visited Benson. We have a Benson near us. It's not in Arizona. Where they have an angel cart. The cart was used to transport nitroglycerin to the dynamite assembly area. Okay, so why was it called an angel cart? Was it because it helped you to go and see the angels when you, or were you hoping the angels were watching over you as you pushed the cart? That is not a job I would want. The nitroglycerin is the explosive bit, isn't it, in the dynamite? I was having this conversation with Brendan actually about how it sweats out of the diamorphic earth if it's old. Is that right? Diamorphic earth, is that right? I remember what Brendan said. Brendan's the science one. Probably not the same thing, but autism is absolutely draining to deal with daily, just being honest. No, totally get it. As you know, both my lads are on the spectrum, and I've seen the complete drain and overwhelm from day-to-day things in both of them at some point or other. Brendan often comes in from work, according to my mum and dad, because obviously he doesn't live with us anymore. So yeah, he quite often comes into work, says hello as he walks up the stairs, only because they shout hello to him, and he goes hi, and then he goes upstairs and they don't see him for 2 hours, and then he comes down and he's a bit more with it, but he just needs to completely decompress. And Kenzie, when he first started secondary school, so we're talking about when he was 11, he wouldn't make it into a full week until we had stuff in place to support him, where he could go and zone out and, you know, have the Zen support there. When he first started, he would get to Thursday and I'd have to go and pick him up, and then he'd come home, close the curtains, go to sleep. Totally get it. Totally get it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The person pushing the cart didn't always make it. So you're either hoping the angels were watching over you, or you were sent off to see the angels afterwards. Lovely to chat to you, Mike. I'm so sorry to hear about Lisa's dad, and I'm wishing you all well. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Cart on display was a spare cart that survived. Yeah, wasn't the remnants of a cart. Kenzie is not at college, so he struggled during his GCSE year, just became really overwhelmed with things, and that affected his exams. So he didn't get the grades he needed to do the 2-year course that he's currently doing. So he did year 12 in the 6th form at the school he was at. Then he retook his maths and his English, which meant that he then had the qualifications. He did a 1-year media course. He then had the qualifications to do the 2-year media course and the business studies course, which he's doing now. So he's done year 12 and year 13. So he's 19 now, and he's done year 12 twice, and he's now about to leave year 13. He's only got 2 months left. What will be in March, April, May? He leaves in May. So yes, he's not college, but it's 6th form, connected to the school he's always been at. Yeah. Constantly overwhelmed and emotionally agitated, confused, not sure how to approach or deal with things. I'm horrible at conversation. Totally get it. Totally get it. Many people say undiagnosed autism, boys have got to get it from somewhere. And then you start looking through the family. And we get on great as a family, but we're very different from other families. And most of that is because we don't like the big outdoorsy sort of gatherings. We don't like being in big groups. We don't go to the pubs. We don't do parties. We like our family, and we have our little family gatherings, and they can become quite manic, but it's literally just us, you know, and our partners and our kids. It's not anyone else. And then you look back at different traits and you're like, yeah, can see it run strong through our genes. You instantly became an angel on detonation. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The boom box, the original boom box before the music one. Adult humour hour is tonight. Oh, is that what you're doing tonight? Adult humour hour. Right, well, I'm thinking I might go and take Spog down to the garage and get him washed, ready for my trip away. So I've got an hour before I need to be picking the kids up from school. So if I go and do that, and then I can grab the kids straight from there, maybe. I think I might go and do that. I think I might say a goodbye and thank you for watching to all of you. It's been so nice to catch up with some of you people that I have not spoken to in so long. And as I say, every time I do a live stream, and then a year goes by and I don't do another live stream. But it would be really nice to do more of these and keep caught up a bit. Can you imagine the coroner? Where's the body? Over there, over there, over there. Did any of you watch Lost? Every time I talk about dynamite and nitroglycerin, reminds me of the bit when they found the black pearl and they were taking the dynamite, and that guy, that really annoying guy called Ernst, nip, 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 and he ended up blowing up with the dynamite. And so then there was like bits of him on people, and they were like, you got a bit of Ernst on you. And that is just, every time I talk about dynamite, that is sticks in my head. Yeah, I will really try and get on here more and do some lives, because it's been really lovely. But I think I'm going to go and give Spog a wash ready for my trip away at the weekend. So thank you, lovely lot. I will speak to you all again very, very soon. I don't know how to turn this off now. How do I turn it off? Oh, up there.